Good evening and welcome to the 33rd Annual Cardinal Challenge, an academic competition among Mentor's three middle schools, Shore, Ridge, and Memorial. I'm Bill Wade, principal of Mentor High School, and I will be tonight's moderator for the 2015 Cardinal Challenge. The Cardinal Challenge is a proud example of both student achievement and good sportsmanship. During this 5-round competition, each team member will be on stage at least once. In order to keep this a fair and fun competition, I caution the audience to remain quiet while questions are read and answered. However tempting it may be, it is important that the participants have no influence from the audience. Any failure to comply with this request may result in penalty or disqualification. This competition is being videotaped for rebroadcast on Cardinal TV. Round 1. This is a team round. Each team will have 4 minutes to answer 10 questions. The sets of questions are stored within 10 envelopes. Each team will choose an envelope for an opposing team. 10 points will be awarded for each correct answer. There is no penalty for incorrect answers or past questions in this round. A 50-point bonus will be awarded for if all 10 questions are answered correctly. Memorial will be going first, with Memorial picking the envelope. Excuse me, I didn't make sense myself here. Already the first mistake, and I've made it at 3 minutes in, so that's a new record for me as well. Since I have this moment in light here to explain something, if the students who have been here before, you notice that we do now have a new technique for buzzing in. We are using the iPads this year for the technique for buzzing in. Students, all you have to do is hit the red button, and then the first one to reach will establish here on my iPad, let me know who buzzed in first. For some reason, in later rounds when we're using the system, if you do get an incorrect answer, I will reset the buzzers and let students know when they can re-enter in to see who gets to answer the question between their two remaining teams. So you'll just have to touch the red button. Your team will be announced here on my iPad. I'll let the team know who's to go. I'll call on you, so be clear not to answer before I call on you. And then if for some reason the team who got the buzzer is answered incorrectly, I'll reset it and allow the teams to re-enter in their answers. Okay, so going first, I believe it's Memorial will be having Ridge pick there. Okay. Ridge, if you would pick for Memorial, please.
Number 7.
Envelope number 7. Memorial, these questions are for you. The label on a bottle of salad dressing states that there are 3.5 grams of fat per tablespoon. If you use 3 tablespoons, how many grams of fat would you be getting?
10.5.
That is correct. What is known as the use of technological and scientific knowledge to solve practical problems?
Problem solving.
That is incorrect. The correct answer we were looking for was engineering. Question number 3. The element of art refers to the dark and light in a drawing or painting.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, this element of art refers to the dark and light in a drawing or painting.
Shadow.
Incorrect. The answer we were looking for was value. What is the punctuation mark that without any help can correctly join 2 independent clauses?
Semicolon.
Correct. Number 5, what is the open-air marketplace where Greeks met to shop, discuss politics, and listen to storytellers?
Pass.
The correct answer was the agora. Question number 6, factor 3a plus 6b.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, factor 3a plus 6b.
Pass.
The correct answer is 3 parentheses a plus 2b close parentheses. Question number 7, what is the fastest growing plant in the world?
Grass.
Incorrect, bamboo. Question number 8, The Story of My Life by Helen Keller is what type of genre?
Autobiography.
Correct. Question number 9, which famous composer in Europe was known as the red-haired priest who writes music for girls in an orphanage?
Pass.
Antonio Vivaldi. Question number 10. This is the last question for the round. Memorial. What type of club should you use when your golf ball is on the green?
Putter.
That is correct. If Mr. Miller was here, he wouldn't know that answer. Question, we're going now back to the competition for Ridge. We'll be going second with, let's have Shore pick there.
9.
Question number 9. Question number 1. Find the value of 0.4 times 3.
1.2.
That is correct. Question number 2. What is the most visited monument in France?
Eiffel Tower.
Correct. Question number 3. What do you call the imaginary line where each play in flag football begins and the opposing team lines up on the other side?
Line scrimmage.
Correct. Question number 4. What is the purpose of a footnote placed at the bottom of the page of a book?
To explain something.
Judges say that's a correct answer. Question number 5. How many planets in our solar system have no moon?
Two.
That is correct. Question number 6. What is the relationship between the volume of a cylinder and the volume of a cone with the same base?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. What is the relationship between the volume of a cylinder and the volume of a cone with the same base?
Diameter.
The correct answer we're looking for is the volume of a cylinder is 3 times the volume of a cone. Question number 7. Although the author is the creator of a story, what do we call the teller of a story, whether she is a character or not?
Narrator.
Correct. Question number 8. Which 2 nations fought the Peloponnesian War?
Can you restate that or say it again?
Which 2 nations fought the Peloponnesian War?
Sparta and Athens.
That is correct. Question number 9. What are the secondary colors?
Purple, orange, and green.
Correct. Question number 10. The technology dealing with the design, construction, and operation of robots and automation is called what?
Robotics.
Correct. Nice job, Ridge.
We can do this. I've taken that subject right now.
Our last group to go is going to be Shore with their envelope picked by Memorial.
1.
Envelope 1. Who is considered the founding father of Rome?
Romulus.
Correct. Question number 2. How do you determine the density of an object?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. How do you determine the density of an object?
Mass divided by volume.
That is correct. In literature, what type of genre is short in length and teaches a moral?
An epic.
Incorrect. Fable. Number 4. What is the difference between an invention and an innovation?
An innovation is adding on to an invention.
Judges? Can we get more clarification on what an invention is, please?
An invention is a new idea that you build.
I see the judges knocking. No, there sounds good. Question number 4 is correct. What is the slope of a vertical line?
Undefined.
Correct. Question number 6. In which direction does a volleyball team rotate after a side out?
Can you repeat the question?
In which direction does a volleyball team rotate after a side out?
Left.
That would be incorrect. It's clockwise, so it would be to the right. Question number 7. In the story Hatchet, while he is stranded in the Canadian wilderness, Brian reflects back on school lessons his teacher taught him. This is an example of which literary technique?
Flashback.
Correct. Question number 8. What is the value of 2 to the 5th power?
$64.
Incorrect. Correct answer was 32. Number 9. What is the nutrient that helps the body repair itself?
Pass.
The correct answer was protein. Last question for sure. What do you call an internet tool that provides websites corresponding to search terms entered by a computer user?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. What do you call an internet tool that provides websites corresponding to search terms entered by a computer user?
Search bar.
We were looking for the correct answer was search engine. Search engine. Nice job, Shore. Let's give the groups a round of applause, please. I would have the students please exit the stage, and at this time call up Mr. Porter, Assistant Superintendent, for introductions of the teams, their coaches, and the middle school principals.
Thank you, Mr. Wade. Thank you, students. Good evening. It's an honor to be here again this year and to introduce our teams as well as our adults who helped to make all of this possible. When I introduce the teams, I'm going to introduce the coaches and along with the players afterwards. If each team would stand up in place, turn and face your families, and I will call your name, and remain standing until all the names have been called. Then we'll give one round of applause after each team is introduced. First of all, Memorial, their coach is Miss Danielle Russo. Members of the team include 8th graders James Farrow, Nathan Lowe, Peter Mansberger, Kevin Penkowski, Keon Rumina, Emily Shields, Andrea Thacker, 7th graders Robbie Finucane, Savan Patel, Sarah Ramaya, Amanda Thacker, Alexis Watkins, and 6th graders Julie Beardsley, Morgan Griffith, Jacob Canuck, Kate Lowry, John Shields, and Kevin Shui. This is Memorial's team. In the Ridge Middle School team, coach, Miss Alicia Williams, 8th graders Dylan Gilbert, Colin Langdon, Daniel Lippick, Charlie Marshall, David Gagne, 7th graders David Gagne, Paige Johnson, Jade Opalek Sarli, Janak Patel, Andy Smith, and 6th graders Jayan Patel, Nathan Rolfus, and Sid Vagasya. And now, Shore Middle School, coach, Mr. Chris Miller, 8th graders, Amanda Blatz, Darla Morman, Isabella Shields, Jack Tavano, Kyle Thompson, Sam Webster, 7th graders, Julia Bangerter, Chris Blystone, James Roski, Jesse Stanek, Jesse Titus Jr., and 6th graders Dylan Armeo, Keaton Hahn, McKenna Leganke, Alyssa Manning, Ella Pugh, and Nora Shields. Shores team. And we will recognize the following adults who are here tonight who have helped to make all of this possible. The principal group, the principal of Memorial, Mr. Adam Dudziak, the principal of Ridge, Mrs. Megan Kinsey, and the principal of Shore, Mr. Doug Baker. If they would stand, please. The staff members who are serving as coordinators for the teams, as well as judges, if they would stand, the group of Mrs. Irene Bellamo, Mr. Brian Frank, and Mrs. Darlene Adamson, please. And our scorekeepers, Ms. Dawn Hill, Ms. Carmen Walker, and Ms. Kathleen Weber. And our co-directors, who also happen to serve as assistant principals in their day jobs, Mr. Pat McHenrick, Ms. Bobby Ingram, and Mr. Tom Grodick. At this time, I would like to announce the scores after round one. We have that? There we have it in third place at this time, and it's early yet. Please remember, Memorial has 40, Shore has 50, and Ridge has the lead with 90. Congratulations on a great start to everyone, and we'll give it back to Mr. Wade for round two.
If the participants for each of the teams for round two would please come up on stage with me at this time. I'd like to welcome everybody to round two Cardinal Challenge. This will be a lightning round composed of 20 questions. 10 points will be awarded for each correct answer. There will be a 10-point penalty for incorrect answers or failing to answer within 10 seconds. This year's theme is Who's That Guy? And once the students are in place, we will go ahead and get started. All right, first question for Who's That Guy? Who's the guy that banned by FIFA for biting another player during the 2014 World Cup? Time. Much like Mr. Medjus, no one knew that answer. Luis Suarez is the correct answer. He is the gentleman who was banned in 2014 for biting another player. Moving forward to question number two. Who's the guy whose autobiography, Dead Giveaway, describes his role in helping free two women from a kidnapper, Ariel Castro? Out of time, I'm going to run out of obscure high school administrators before we get through a question here. Folks, you guys got to help me out up on stage. The correct answer was Charles Ramsey. Charles Ramsey was the autobiographer. Question number three. Who's the guy who should be happy because Billboard listed his song at number 1 in 2014? Ridge.
Oh.
Mr. Grodick, it seems like we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty with the iPad.
Pharrell Williams.
That is correct, Pharrell Williams.
There's like, I tapped it. It was.
Yep. Memorial, I want you guys to tap yours just to test it. Okay, Ridge's works now. Memorial, can you guys test yours? Just tap it. Sure, if you guys would test your buzzer, please. Perfect, thank you. Moving on to question number 4. Who's the guy who voiced Emmett in the Lego movie and plays Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy? Memorial.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt is correct. Nice job. Question number 5. Who's the guy that NBC chose to replace Jay Leno? Ridge.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon is correct. Who's the guy whose family owns a bakery in District 12 and was chosen to compete in Ridge?
PETA.
Is that complete enough? We are looking for a last name, Ridge.
PETA Malarkey. I don't know. That's what he told me.
I was confused, okay?
I will go to the judges because I am not going to be that guy this year.
I don't know.
Judges say no. I will reset the buzzers, and when I say go, you guys can enter in. Go. Memorial.
Peter Malark.
That is correct. Peter Malark is the correct answer. Question number 7. Who's the guy who shut out the Royals and allowed only 2 hits in the final 5 innings of the Ridge?
Madison Bumgarner.
That is correct. Question number 8. Who's the guy that was not indicted by the grand jury in the shooting of a teenager, Michael Brown, in Missouri? Time. The correct answer is Officer Darren Wilson. Question number 9. Who's the guy who accepted the Cecil B. DeMille Lifetime Achievement Award in the 2015 Golden Globes? Time. George Clooney. Number 10. Who's the guy that won Entertainer of the Year in the Country Music Awards? Sure.
Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryan is correct. Saw Mr. McKendrick chomping at the bit over there. Question number 11. Who's the guy that won the Emmy in 2014 for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series? He played Sheldon Cooper in The Big Bang Theory. Ridge.
Jim Parsons.
Correct. Who's the guy that will be opening Mabel's BBQ in downtown Cleveland this summer? Time. Correct answer is Chef Michael Simon. Question number 13. Who's the guy who's not only famous in the NBA but has also teamed up with Nicole Curtis of Rehab Addict on DIY Network to help rehab some old homes in Akron, Ohio? Ridge.
LeBron James.
Correct. Question 14. Who's the guy with dyslexia and ADHD that found out he was the son of Poseidon destined to stop shore?
Percy Jackson.
Correct. Question number 15. Who's the guy who surpassed Michael Jordan's record of career points in the NBA? Ridge.
Kobe Bryant.
Correct. Question 16. Who's the guy who Martin Luther King modeled his nonviolent civil rights movement after? Memorial.
Gandhi.
Gandhi is correct. Question 17. Who's the guy that argued parent-child relationships were vital for successful society in ancient China? Correct. You all have to know this because your parents will be so happy. Memorial.
Confucius.
Correct. That's called foreshadowing. Question 18. Who's the guy who is the poet and read Kennedy's inauguration after stopping by the woods on a snowy evening? There's some irony in this answer, the time, and his name is Robert Frost. Who's the guy that signed the Declaration of Independence first? Ridge.
John Hancock.
Correct. Last question of this round. Who's the guy that in the mid-1830s became determined to invent a way to make rubber more stable? Without a steady job and no knowledge of chemistry, he worked stubbornly and tenaciously to develop vulcanized rubber. He lived for years off the advancements from investors and put his family into debt. Rich.
Charles Goodyear.
Charles Goodyear is correct. This concludes the end of round 2. And if I would have James Farrow, President of National Junior Honor Society at Memorial High School, please join me on stage as the participants exit at this time. Nice job, round 2.
Good evening, parents, staff, and students. My name is James Farrow, and I'm the president of National Junior Honor Society at Memorial Middle School, and would just like to say a couple of things about our wonderful school. MMS offers the students many opportunities for fun and interesting after and in-school activities. Some excellent after-school activities include Science Olympiad, Drama Club, Cardinal Challenge, and all the MMS sports teams. Some in-school activities we have at MMS, or 8.5s, include jazz band, movie critics, and healthy living. As you can tell, there is something for everyone at MMS. For the students that like to ski or snowboard, there is the Fun Ski Club. The Drama Club's spring musical this year is Bye Bye Birdie and is sure to be great. Also, the service clubs, like Student Council, Friends of Rachel, and NJHS, have been doing many projects to help people in and around the school. Before winter break, Friends of Rachel placed little notes with kind messages on everyone's locker. Student Council had a Halloween dance with a zombie theme that was quite a hit. NJHS recently helped out at the Farm Parks and Haunted Hayride, Farm Parks Haunted Hayride and Santa's Workshop. Also, we made blankets for the kids at Rainbows and Baby Children's Hospital. In addition, during the fall, NJHS hosted the Powder Puff football game where the girls play and the boys are cheerleaders. MMS also has many excellent sports teams and intramural programs. The football, basketball, volleyball, and cross-country teams have all had excellent seasons, and the wrestling and girls basketball teams are in their seasons now. Intramural teams we have include ping pong, bowling, and soccer. Some students like to write, and of course there are clubs for that, including the competitive writing club, Power the Pen, and the newspaper club. Also, there are clubs for kids that like to test their knowledge at certain topics or just random trivia, like Cardinal Challenge and Science Olympiad. The past 2 years, some Memorial students trained for a 5K with the Just Run program. Here at Memorial, we have great parent involvement and support through our PTA. In March, the PTA will be holding the second annual Memorial Moments fundraiser, showcasing the various student groups and their talents. This year at MMS, the 8th graders received iPads to take their learning process to a new level. In many of my classes, we have downloaded apps to help. For example, in math, we got an app to help with graphing for algebra, and in science we have been able to do many projects on the iPads. Some students this year read the book October Sky and did a project and got to go on a trip to West Virginia to meet the author. Most of the 8th graders, including myself, are very excited for the upcoming Washington, D.C. trip this May. Finally, the teachers and staff at MMS were very helpful, and it makes learning easy and fun. And I'm sure I will be prepared for the high school next year. Thank you.
Thank you, James. We can get a score update at the end of round 2 as we call the participants for round 3 up to the stage. So if the participants for round 3 would come up to the stage. Round 3 is a team round. Each team will have 4 minutes to answer 10 questions. The set of questions are stored within 10 envelopes. Each team will choose an envelope for the opposing team. 20 points will be awarded for each correct answer. There is a 20-point penalty for incorrect answers or past questions in this round. A 50-point bonus will be awarded if all 10 questions are answered correctly.
This is exciting. Yeah.
End of the second round. Ridge is leading with 160. Memorial was in second with 80, and Shore is closely behind in third with 70 points. Memorial will be going first with Ridge picking their envelope.
Five.
Envelope 5. An organism's scientific name consists of what?
Species and genus.
Correct. Question number 2. In his youth, the founder of this religion was a prince leading a sheltered life in India.
Buddhism.
Correct. Question number 3. If the author of a story gives clues about what will happen later in the story, what literary device is he using?
Foreshadowing.
Correct. Question number 4. The ratio 6 to 7 is equal to the ratio of 30 to what? What is the missing number?
35.
Correct. Question number 5. In the Spanish language in the country of Spain, what is the informal way to address more than one person?
Two.
Incorrect. Vosotros or vosotras was what the correct answers we were looking for. Question number 6. What would be the solution to the system containing the lines y equals 4x plus 3 and y equals 4x plus 4?
Can you please repeat the question?
What would the solution to the system containing the lines y equals 4x plus 3 and y equals 4x plus 4?
Pass.
The correct answer is no solution because the lines are parallel. Question number 7. What is the term used for the highest high tides as well as the lowest low tides?
Pass.
Spring tides. Question number 9. What was the name of the code by which the knights of the medieval Europe lived?
The feudal code.
Incorrect. The correct answer we're looking for is chivalry. Question number 10. What do we call the part of a drama in which one character who may be alone on stage speaks his or her thoughts and feelings aloud?
Monologue.
Correct. Oh, that would help if I gave you all the questions. Question number 8. To find your maximum heart rate, you subtract 220 from what number?
Your age.
Correct. Nice job, Memorial. Ridge will be going second with Shore picking their envelope.
We have decided the number envelope of 10.
10 it is.
We wish you well.
Ridge, question number 1. What unit of money is used in many countries in Europe?
Euros.
Correct. Question number 2. Which important nutrient makes you feel full and helps your body eliminate waste?
Fiber.
Correct. Question number 3. Harold dove to a depth of 17 feet below the surface of water. Express the depth as an integer.
Can you please repeat the question?
Harold dove to a depth of 17 feet below the surface of water. Express the depth as an integer.
-70. That's 17, sorry.
Can you repeat your answer one more time?
Negative 17.
Correct, negative 17. Question number 4. To find the definition of a word, you'd use a dictionary. To find a synonym of a word, you'd use what reference book?
Thesaurus.
Correct. Question number 5. Talc is a very soft mineral that can be scratched by a fingernail. According to Mohs hardness scale, what would its hardness number be?
One.
Correct. Question number 6. What is the slope of a horizontal line?
Zero.
Correct. Question number 7. Which amendment prohibited government from denying U.S. citizens the right to vote based on race, color, or past servitude?
Eighteenth.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 15th. Question number 8. I, me, we, and us are all pronouns used in a story to tell from what point of view?
First person.
Correct. Question number 9. This type of art does not have any representational objects in it.
Abstract.
Correct. Question number 10 and the final question of the round. True or false? Wikipedia is a reliable source.
False.
Correct. Nice job, Ridge. Our last school for this round will be Shore. They'll be going third with Memorial picking Shore's envelope.
3.
Envelope 3? Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. Question number 1. Consider the following integers: 7, -4, 0, -1, and 3. Order the numbers from least to greatest.
Can you repeat that more slow?
Consider the
Slower.
following integers: 7, -4, 0, -1, and 3. Order the numbers from least to greatest.
Could you repeat the question again?
Certainly. Consider the following integers: 7, -4, 0, -1, and 3. Order the numbers from least to greatest.
Can you say the numbers again?
7, -4, 0, and -1, and 3.
-4, -1, 0, 3, and 7 is our final answer.
I want to ask you to say them again, but you're correct. Question number 2. What is a term used in robotics that means a toothed wheel that works with others to change the speed of a driven parts?
A gear.
Correct. Question number 3. What are 3 ways in which waves change direction?
Can you repeat it?
What are the 3 ways in which waves change direction?
The 3 types or the 3 ways?
What are 3 ways in which waves change direction?
What kind of waves? Anytime wave.
Shouldn't matter.
Okay. Reflection, refraction, and hitting a boundary.
Incorrect. Question number 4. The correct answer was reflection, refraction, and diffraction. Question number 4. What should you never use to put out a grease or oil-based fire in a kitchen?
Water.
Correct. A driver club is best used for what type of shot in golf?
Can you repeat the question?
A driver club is best used for what type of shot in golf?
Far away.
No, and the shot that we're looking for is the tee shot.
Okay.
Question number 6. An oriental rug on a dining room floor has a length of 10.5 feet and a width of 8 feet. What is the area of the floor covered by a rug?
Can you repeat that?
An oriental rug on a dining room floor has the length of 10.5 feet and the width of 8 feet. What is the area of the floor covered by a rug?
Can you repeat that one more time? 'Cause
An oriental rug on a dining room floor has the length of 10.5 feet and the width of 8 feet. What is the area of the floor covered by the rug?
84 feet.
Correct. And that concludes this round. We have hit the 4-minute time frame. Oh, my apologies. So that now concludes round 3. If the students on stage would exit the stage for us as we call Darren Jokchum, Student Council President at Rich Middle School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Darren Jockum, and I'm the president of the Ridge Student Council. Thank you for attending the 2015 Cardinal Challenge competition. These students have been practicing and preparing for the competition for the last several months with the help of their coaches, teachers, and parents. I would like to say thank you to the coaches and families for the support and dedication to this process. It is my pleasure and privilege to share a little bit about Ridge Middle School with all of you tonight. Each morning after we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, the entire building also stands to recite the Ridge Middle School Pledge, which reads as follows. I pledge to maintain a high level of respect and integrity. I will be ready to learn and accept challenges and the consequences of my actions. I expect and believe I can achieve because my success is up to me. We truly believe the Ridge Middle School Pledge represents who we are as a school, as well as our faculty, staff, and students. I'm glad to have this chance to show how we work to uphold its message every day. The first line states that we pledge to maintain a high level of respect and integrity. Ridge is proud of its terrific staff and students. In addition to interacting with students in class, many teachers and staff at Ridge supervise athletics and extracurricular activities, such as intramurals, ski club, yearbook, drama club, Cardinal Challenge, National Junior Honor Society, and Student Council. Speaking of Student Council, our students and staff parents raised over $1,700 in our annual United Way drive. In addition, we collected over a dozen boxes of food and over $200 to donate to the Salvation Army at Thanksgiving. Our students at NJHS have once again had a busy school year, as they volunteered at Lake Farm Park's annual Haunted Hayride and sponsored drives for the Toys for Tots, Coats for Kids, and Pennies for Patients. This March, they and Student Council will help the residents of Deepwood celebrate Dr. Seuss's birthday and literacy by reading to them. At Ridge, we believe in and lead by example via the WIB philosophy, which stands for Where Everybody Belongs. Rachel's Challenge is a group students dedicated to making the philosophy a reality by hosting events throughout the year that bring students together. As you have heard, our students and staff understand the value and significance of giving back to the community. This is another example of how we maintain a high level of respect and integrity, both for ourselves and those around us. The second line of the pledge refers to us being ready to learn and accept challenges and the consequences of our actions. Each day is a new day for students at Ridge to grow and discover new things. We do this with the help of our dedicated teachers, staff, and parents, as well as our peers. Our teachers work hard on a daily basis to plan and provide challenging learning experiences for everyone. Ridge students are fortunate to have teachers that use blended learning model for instruction. Using technology with traditional teaching practices will help prepare us for high school and any college or career choices we make in the future. Our ninth period activity program offers students the opportunity to be challenged in choice activities such as our building-wide recycling program, Go Green, survival challenge games, Young Spielbergs for aspiring movie directors, intramurals, footbag club, and our service club, Students Helping Ridge. Students Helping Ridge allows us to connect with another integral part of the Ridge family, the preschool students and staff. We are lucky to have one of the district's preschool units in our building, as it definitely gives us the opportunities to challenge in ways that we otherwise would not have the opportunity to explore. Speaking of challenges, Ridge's fantastic related arts programs such as our music, art, FCS, and robotics classes offer our students the chance to explore art, music, and technology in ways that we may not be able to access outside of our school day. Each fall and spring, our students' talents are showcased in concerts, holiday programs, and feature shows. The final line of the pledge declares that we expect and believe we can achieve because our success is up to each one of us. We work hard to provide an environment where we all can experience success and acceptance on a regular basis, whether this is in regard to academics, extracurricular activities, or simple gestures and exchanges, such as a warm smile or cheerful greeting. It is those little, often overlooked signs that may be small in size but make a huge difference in the direction of the day and overall attitudes and dispositions. Although our success is up to each one of us individually, it is the whole experience of being in a safe, accepting, and nurturing environment that generates those feelings of achievement and accomplishment. I can honestly say that this is the way I feel when I'm at Ridge each day. As you have heard, Ridge is truly a spectacular community, and student success is a team effort. We thank everybody at Ridge in our community for their continued care in helping us to be the best students we could be. Our administrators, Mrs. Kinsey and Mr. McHenrick, work hard leading our enthusiastic and committed staff on a daily basis, and the Ridge PTA supports all of us academically with teacher grants and student scholarships and book fairs, and socially with dances and our awesome 8th grade party. Providing positive school experience is challenging, and we are fortunate to have them to help us along the way as we continue to grow and mature for students into successful young adults. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the competition.
Nice job, Darren. Thank you very much. As we get the scores up for the conclusion of round 3, if I'd have the students participating in round 4 join me on the stage, please. In first place with 320 points, Ridge. In second place with 120 points, Memorial. And in third place with 70 points, Shore Middle School. Memorial, if you would test your buzzer out real quick before we get started. Ridge? Sure? Perfect, thank you. Welcome to round 4 of Cardinal Challenge. This will be a lightning round composed of 20 questions. Each question will be worth 20 points for each correct answer. There will be a 20-point penalty for incorrect answers or failing to answer within 10 seconds. This year's theme is current events. The answers to these questions are not necessarily found in the pictures, but each picture will contain a visual cue that is related to the question, which may help the contestants in identifying the answer. Question number 1. Malaysia flight MH370 went missing March 8, 2014. It was never found. It left Kuala Lumpur headed for what Asian city? Time. Correct answer is Beijing. Question number 2. The Winter Olympics in Russia was held in the city of Sochi, located in what body of water? Time. The correct answer is the Black Sea. Question number 3. If the Scottish referendum passed, Scotland would have separated from the United Kingdom, leaving 3 nation states in UK. What are they? Time. England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Question number 4. Of the 10 top grossing films in 2014, this movie had the worst reviews, but was also the number 1 moneymaker, over $1 billion worldwide. Name that film.
Mockingjay Part 1.
Sure.
Mockingjay Part 1.
Incorrect. Anybody else? Time. The correct answer is Transformer Age of Extinction. Question number 5. Brazil hosted the FIFA World Cup this past summer but did not make the finals. What place did they come in? Ridge.
4th.
Correct. According to the Billboard, what was the number 1 pop album of the year that did not sound so hot?
Could you repeat that?
According to Billboard, what was the number 1 pop album of the year that did not sound so hot? Time. I'll leave it alone. The question was the answer was the Frozen soundtrack. Question number 7. I almost sang. It was right there. The question number 7. Jay Leno ended 22 years as host of what evening talk show? Ridge.
The Tonight Show.
Correct. President Obama announced the reestablishment of diplomatic relations with what nation? Ridge.
Cuba.
Correct. I couldn't even read the question, but you got the answer. Question number 9. This person won the U.S. Open in September 2014, beating her close friend Caroline Wozniak. She is now tied with Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova for 18 Grand Slam titles. Who is this person? Memorial.
Serena Williams.
Correct. Question number 10. What was Omar Jose Gonzalez carrying when he caused the White House security breach Secret Service Memorial?
A knife.
Correct. Question 11. Officials from the Centers of Disease Control announced that the first case of Ebola to be diagnosed in the United States was in what city and state? Memorial.
Dallas, Texas.
Correct. Question number 12. There were 14 million vehicles recalled this past year, including the automakers of BMW, Chrysler, Ford, Honda, Mazda, Nissan, Toyota, and Mitsubishi. Why were these vehicles recalled? Time. Faulty airbags. What new building is 1,776 feet high, open for tenants November 3rd in Lower Manhattan? Ridge.
The Freedom Tower.
Okay, we're going to scratch that question. The correct answer was One World Trade Center.
Wait, what did we get it wrong?
What is the name of the album released by Miranda Lambert in 2014?
Ask him to repeat the question.
Could you repeat that, please?
What is the name of the album released by Miranda Lambert in 2014? Time. The answer is Platinum. Question 15. According to documents included in the autopsy reports, this famous comedian was diagnosed with a condition known as Lewy body dementia. Who was the famous comedian that died tragically on August 11, 2014? Ridge.
Robin Williams.
Correct. A photo taken at a Texas Target store on Sunday, November 2nd, 2000. Ridge.
Alex from Target.
Correct. This country music artist has shaken it up with.
That's an incorrect answer. So read the question.
Question 16 again. A photo taken at Texas Target store on Sunday, November 2nd, 2014 went viral overnight in a tweet from Alex, a store employee. What hashtag was used? Sure.
Hashtag Alex from Target.
Correct.
No way. Really? There's no way.
Really, Mr. Frank? Really?
This country music artist has shaken it up and become a pop artist. What album? Ridge?
I didn't mean to click it. What's her name? Taylor Swift.
Incorrect. This country music artist has shaken it up and become a pop star. What album is her full on-pop endeavor? Memorial.
1989.
Correct. Who was president of Russia from 2000 to 2008 and again from 2012 to the present? Ridge.
Vladimir Putin.
Correct. Question 19. Which country in the Middle East was once part of the Ottoman Empire, borders Oman and Saudi Arabia, and is currently in the middle of a political crisis? Memorial.
Yemen.
Correct. Final question. Question 20. The Ohio Department of Health announces a community outbreak of this contagious disease in central Ohio. What is the disease? Ridge.
Measles.
Incorrect. Sure.
The stomach flu.
Incorrect. Memorial? The correct answer was mumps. This now concludes round 4. If the students would please exit the stage, and I'd now call up Megan Baranski and Corrine Duffy, student council leaders of Shore Middle School.
Welcome to Shore, home of the Cardinals. Welcome to Shore, home of the Cardinals.
Shore is led by our caring and supportive leaders, Mr. Baker and Mrs. Ingram.
I am Corinne Duffy.
And I'm Megan Baranski. We're the student leaders of Shore Student Council.
Shore is a busy place. Students are actively involved in athletics, music, clubs, activities, and of course, academics.
In the fall, our student ambassadors welcome our incoming 6th graders with our Special Operations program. 6th graders complete a series of challenges and obstacle courses to foster team building.
Our ambassadors continue their work in welcoming and reaching out to our peers, making Shore a welcoming place for all.
Fall was a busy time for our athletes. Our football team had a successful season. Did you know we even had a girl on our 8th grade team?
Our cheerleaders encourage, support, and beam with Shore pride. Recently, they performed during a Cavs game.
Our talented team of teachers played a fall as well. They showcased their softball skills in a friendly battle against Memorial.
Other athletes, like volleyball players and cross-country runners, made us proud displaying teamwork and hard work this fall.
Shore rocks their assemblies with recognizing the achievement of our students.
Surprises like rocking an air guitar, rapping songs, and a Taylor Swift lip-sync video entertain us.
Student Council sponsored a student versus teachers volleyball game. This was an action-packed assembly for a great cause.
Halloween was a blast this year. Our teachers geared up in clever costumes such as Smurfs, Kermit with several Miss Piggies, Minions, Ninja Turtles, and a Tetris game.
Our creative and talented art department spooked and surprised the school by celebrating Day of the Dead.
Our Shore Cardinals rock. We give back to our community in a variety of ways.
Our student supports the United Way. This year we donated over $1,000 to people in need.
Our school works as a team. We sold way more pies than the other schools. We had the pleasure of pieing Mr. Grodick in the face.
Shore rocks our school dances. This year we celebrated with PTA and student council.
We had huge turnouts at our dances with proceeds benefiting our community.
Our music program is thriving. We had countless performances this year, and we're practicing for more.
Shore musicians entertained the entire school, showcasing our talents with singing, dancing, and playing our instruments.
New this year, students are rocking the R's. Students are recognized for their outstanding citizenship. Some even got treated to a limo ride lunch.
Currently, our winter sports are in full swing with wrestling and basketball. Our coaches are proud.
Our Shore students have pride and sportsmanship on and off the court.
Shore's Friends of Rachel Club reaches out to our peers to promote and continue a chain reaction of kindness throughout Shore.
Groups like Power of the Pen, Landscaping League, Science Olympiad, and NGHS make Shore a great school. NGHS gives back to our community all year with service such as Halloween rides and Santa shops.
Shore is a family. We even dress alike in support of each other to fight for a cause or show support for our favorite teams.
This is a Shore Middle School, another piece of Mentor excellence.
Thank you to Mrs. Adamson and Shore's Cardinal Challenge coach, Mr. Miller.
Nice job, ladies. If we could have the students participating in round 5, please join me on the stage. Round 5 is our final round. This will be a lightning round composed of 20 questions. 20 points will be awarded for each correct answer. There will be a 20-point penalty for incorrect answers or failing to answer a question within 10 seconds. This round is grab bag. Questions may come from all content areas of the middle school curriculum. Before we get started with round 5, let's look at the scores going into the final round. Current scores have Ridge in first place with 340 points, Memorial in second with 220, and Shore in third with 50 points. All right, first question. What does the acronym PLTW stand for? Ridge.
Project Lead the Way.
Correct. Question number 2. The average temperature for February was 4 degrees below zero. By March, the average temperature had increased 11 degrees. What was the average temperature in March? Memorial?
7 degrees.
Correct. Question number 3. When readers know something that a character in the story does not yet know, this is referred to as what? Shore. Need an answer.
Foreshadowing.
Incorrect. Memorial.
Traumatic irony.
Correct. Question number 4. Muslims fast during the month of what? Ridge.
Ramadan.
Correct. Question 5. In volleyball, how many contacts are allowed on one side of the net? Ridge.
3.
Correct. Name 6 nutrients. Ridge.
Water. Fat. Vitamins. Minerals. Carbohydrates. Proteins.
Correct. 7. Author is to tone as reader is to what? Shore.
Do you know this?
Mood.
Correct. Number 8. Simplify the equation. 4 plus 10 times 10 divided by 7. Ridge.
20.
Correct. Question 9. What word means city-state in ancient Greece?
Can you repeat the question?
What word means city-state in ancient Greece? Time. The answer was polis. Question number 10. How many lines are there in a poem called a... How many lines are there in a poem called a cinquain? Time. Correct answer is 5. Question 11. A truck traveled a distance of 280 kilometers in 4 hours. Find the speed of the truck. Memorial.
70 kilometers per hour.
Correct. Number 12. What types of questions are not asked to solicit a response, but Memorial.
Rhetorical questions.
Correct. Question 13. What behavior is most likely to lead a computer to a virus attacks that could damage your saved files?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Correct. Yes. Losing my train of thought. What behavior is most likely to lead a computer virus attacks that could damage your saved files? Time. Downloading attachments from an unknown source. Question 14. Which gas makes up almost 80% of the Earth's atmosphere?
Nitrogen.
Sure.
Nitrogen.
Correct. Question 15. Which American colonist was a lawyer who defeated the soldiers involved in the Boston Massacre? Ridge.
John Adams.
Correct. Question 16. Andrew has M coins. Catherine has 1/2 R coins. State the expression that shows how many more coins Andrew has than Catherine. Memorial.
M minus 1/2 of R.
Correct. Question 17. Good friends are hard to find, and nothing as important as love are examples of what literary element? Ridge.
Idioms.
No. Incorrect.
Can you repeat it?
Good friends are hard to find, and nothing is more important. Excuse me. Good friends are hard to find, and nothing is as important as love are examples of what literary element? Memorial.
Personification.
Incorrect. Sure? The correct answer was theme. Question 18. The region of Europe produced the Vikings. What Go ahead. Memorial.
Scandinavia.
Correct. Question 19. The colors of the French flag are? Sure.
Blue, red, and white.
Correct. Question 20, and the final question of the competition. Potential energy that depends on height is called what? Memorial.
Gravitational potential energy.
Correct. Let's give all the students a round of applause.
We did pretty good, but the rest of the team didn't.
At this time, I'd ask Mr. Porter to come up on stage for the presentation of the awards.
Good evening again. Our superintendent, Mr. Miller, had the opportunity to represent Mentor in front of legislators in Columbus today, but this means he could not attend this event this evening. He wishes he could have been here, and he sends his regards to everyone, especially the competitors. At this time, I would like to invite each team and their coaches up to receive trophies. I think we're tallying the results right now. But while we do that, we're going to hand out the trophies, and please approach the stage from this side, and once you have your trophy, please form a line across the front, and we'll start at this time with Memorial Middle School. If you can come up front. give Memorial a round of applause, please. Thank you. And as they exit the stage from the opposite side, let's invite Shore Middle School on up.
Dude, look at that 8th grader. He's like a football player. He's like giant. He's probably like 200 pounds.
Let's give Shore Middle School a round of applause. And they'll exit to the left side, and at this time, let's have Ridge Middle School come on up. Round of applause for Ridge Middle School, please. They may exit to the left. Okay, before we announce the final scores here, we want to I just want to make a couple of remarks and a couple thank yous. Certainly, again, tonight it was another impressive competition. Round of applause before we give the results to all of our competitors, please. Special thank you this evening certainly goes out to our parents of all the students and the families for helping to get students to and from practice and encouraging them to develop these intellectual skills you saw on display tonight. Mrs. Kim Dorsey, the station manager and director of programming for Cardinal TV, we thank her for being here. All of our coaches, judges, and coordinators who put in a lot of hard work and organization to put things together tonight, we are grateful for all of them. Today's moderator, Mr. Wade, who does a great job in his role every single year. And last but not least, one more collective round of applause for all of our students for voluntarily choosing to participate in this academic competition. And the final scores this evening. Third place this evening, Shore Middle School with 90 points. And in second place this evening with 340 points, Memorial Middle School. In our first place with 440 points, we would ask Ms. Alicia Williams and Ridge Middle School to come on up. They will be receiving the traveling plaque. You guys just want to go across the front again. Great job. And after we close here, if any of the competitors or coaches or families want to get any pictures on stage, you're certainly welcome to do that. One final round of applause for Ridge this year.